Good morning and welcome to the 30 size 4-stroke comparison. Today I'm going to be running four 30 size 4-stroke engines with two different types of fuel and two specific props that were viewer requests. The first prop I'm going to be using is a Zor 10-4, and as you can see I've got two fuel tanks labeled. One is with Morgan's Omega 5% with 4.8 ounces of castor added, and the other is just Morgan's Omega straight FAI fuel. So here's how this is going to work. These engines had already been baselined with Morgan's 10% Omega and a 9.6 prop in previous videos, so they're pretty much, and that baseline was basically just to test the setup, get the engines kind of broken in, and get them basically set. So what I'm going to do now is when I run each of the first runs of these engines, I'm going to back off the high-speed needle a quarter of a turn and just basically try and retune it. Now, since three of these engines don't have a throttle stop screw, I'm probably not going to mess with the low end adjustment at all, even though I'm using different fuels, just because I'm more concerned with max RPM and not low RPM. If fellows want to try and dial in on lower RPM themselves, that's fine, but in the essence of trying to save some time, fuel, and to get this done, I've got a lot of testing to do. Those are the parameters. So what I'm also going to do is once I think I've got it dialed in at the high speed, I'm going to let it run for like 5 seconds while I'm taking my readings. I'm going to be taking tach readings with two tachs and a thermometer reading or a temp reading right about in this area, just off to the side of the glow plug on the exhaust side. That was a viewer request also, so for some temp readings. So that's how it's going to run. I'm going to try and run through these real quick. Saito 30 is going to be first. Once I do it with one fuel, then I'm going to just change the fuel tank out, let it cool, change to a different fuel supply, run it again, and I'm going to swap engines. So that's kind of how this is going to work out. So stay tuned, and I hope you find this enjoyable and informative.